I came back after 5 years, not as a hero, not as the man she once waited for, but as a stranger, watching her from outside her own house. You know what hurts the most? She looks into my eyes sometimes and still doesn't recognize me. We were born in the same poor village, the kind of place where children run barefoot on burning roads, where people survive more than they live. But somehow, those were the happiest days of my life, because she was there. Every child laughed in that village, but her laugh was different. It had life in it, hope. I still remember the first time I realized I loved her. She was standing in the tea fields under the sunset, holding leaves in her tiny hands, laughing at something stupid I said. And for a moment, the whole world disappeared. We grew up together, worked together, suffered together. The boys carried heavy sacks on our backs until our shoulders burned, while the girls carefully picked tea leaves under the heat. And her, even covered in dust, even exhausted, she still looked beautiful. Not the kind of beauty rich people talk about. Real beauty. The kind that makes pain feel lighter. She was my best friend, my peace, the only future I ever wanted. But being poor teaches you something very early. Love alone is never enough. One day the farm owner arrived, a rich man, clean shoes, expensive watch, cold eyes. And when he looked at her, I felt fear for the first time in my life. Because poor men know that look. The look of someone who can take anything they want. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept imagining life taking her away from me. So the next day, with my hands shaking, I told her, "I love you." I thought she would laugh. Instead, she cried, then smiled through her tears and whispered, "I was waiting for you to say it." That moment, God gave me heaven for a few seconds. After that, life felt softer. We shared everything. Long walks by the beach, cheap food split into 2 pieces, dreams too big for people like us. Sometimes she would rest her head on my shoulder and ask, "Do you think we'll ever leave this place?" And I would lie, "Yes, I promise." Because when you love someone, you start believing promises even when you have nothing. Then her little brother got sick. At first it was small, a fever. Then weeks passed, and his body became thinner and thinner. I still remember her holding him at night while he cried in pain, trying not to cry with him. Her parents were already broken people, poor, exhausted, powerless. And me? I was just another poor man with empty pockets and useless dreams. I watched the girl I loved slowly fall apart in front of me. And nothing destroys a man more than seeing the person he loves suffer while he can do nothing. Then one night, she looked at me with eyes full of fear and whispered, "I don't want my brother to die." That sentence destroyed me. So I made the biggest decision of my life. I told her, "I'll leave. I'll go work abroad. I'll send money. We'll save him and build our future." She begged me not to go. She said she didn't care about money. But love makes people desperate, and desperate people make dangerous choices. I had no passport, no legal papers, no money. So I went illegally. I still remember the day I left. She held my hand so tightly at the beach, like she already knew life was about to steal me away. She cried and asked, "What if something happens to you?" And I smiled like a fool and said, "Nothing can stop me from coming back to you." I really believed that. But life doesn't care about promises. The journey was hell. We were treated like animals, hungry, beaten,
hidden like criminals. Some people died on the way, some disappeared. And before I even reached my destination, I was caught. Prison, cold walls, dirty floors, no sunlight, no future. Days became months, months became years. 5 years. 5 years of surviving instead of living. Every night, I thought about her.
I imagined her waiting for me near the beach. I imagined her smile, her laugh, her voice saying my name. Those memories were the only thing keeping me alive. But slowly, another thought started eating me alive. What if she stopped waiting? And honestly, she had every right to. I couldn't send money, couldn't call, couldn't keep my promise. I failed her. I failed all of them. When they finally released me, I came back with nothing. No money, no dignity, no future. Only scars and regret. The village looked smaller when I returned. Or maybe I was the one who changed. People barely looked at me. I had become one of those forgotten men, the kind life throws away quietly. Then one afternoon, I went back to the tea farm, and I saw her. My heart stopped. She was even more beautiful than before, but not in the same way. Before, she looked like a girl full of dreams. Now, she looked like a woman who survived pain. There was gold on her hands, clean clothes, a peaceful life, a life I could never give her. I hid my face, but somehow, she still walked toward me. And for the first time in 5 years, I stood inches away from the woman I loved. She looked into my eyes with kindness, not recognition, just kindness. Then she asked softly, "Are you hungry?" I couldn't speak. I couldn't breathe. The woman I once promised the world to was offering me food like I was a homeless stranger. And the worst part, she had no idea who I was. Later, I heard the truth from the villagers. She waited for me for years until her little brother reached his last breath. And when there was no hope left, the rich owner offered to pay for the treatment. But nothing comes free in this world. She married him to save her brother. People said she cried every night after the wedding, for a whole year. But time is cruel. It doesn't erase pain. It just teaches people how to hide it better. Now her family is safe. Her brother survived. Her parents live comfortably, and she smiles again. Maybe not the same way, but enough. That's when I understood something. If I tell her who I am, I won't bring happiness back into her life. I'll only reopen wounds she fought years to close. So I stayed silent. Every night, I sit across from her house, listening to her laughter through the windows. The same laugh that once made my whole world feel alive. Sometimes, she walks past me, and for one dangerous second, our eyes meet. And every single time, my stupid heart whispers, maybe this time she'll recognize me. But she never does. And maybe that's mercy. Because the truth wouldn't bring us back. It would only destroy the life she rebuilt from pain. So I remain silent. Not because I stopped loving her, but because I still do. And sometimes, loving someone means accepting that you no longer belong in their life, even if your heart never left.